Hey, what's up, y'all? Good morning, good morning. Happy Friday, y'all. Made it through another week here. And as usual, it is a Friday, so y'all know what I'm gonna say. Gotta be extra patient here on a Friday. We got 0 days across the board, right? So definitely gonna see some extra manipulation here on a Friday, right? Really mess up all these contracts across all these names. And, we're at a tricky spot here in the market, right? ES popping back up to this 4,400, making a really nice run up here and starting to curl over. Right, especially after Powell here yesterday afternoon. Took a nice little dip here, after those treasury auctions as well. But we came back up and we're trying to hold above this daily 50 here, this daily 50 in this solid gold line. So let's see, gonna keep it simple as always, right? Especially here on a Friday. Always just looking for a horizontal line to put on some risk, right? Just always looking for a nice level to risk against and keep my my plans easy here. So this morning here, at least for ES, gonna likely be this daily 50 right here, right? Until we work our way back up to this 4,400. So again, just above this daily 50, looking to play some longs, looking to play some calls, right? We crack back under this daily 50, we can get interested again in some puts here. We're also up to this daily Ichimoku cloud here on ES. Having a little bit of trouble with it here the last couple of days. But let's see if we can continue to hold the bottom of this cloud and come up and rip through the top. So not a bad look here for ES. Let's see if we can find some support here again with this daily Ichimoku cloud bottom and this daily 50 and go higher. Right, but of course, just very wary of maybe pulling back to this daily mean or beyond, right, if we continue to curl over here. Got this daily mean down here at about 43.30, most likely to open today here, 43.30, 43.35-ish. So we'll see, right, kind of work our way down there if we do curl over here. Just going to jump through some of these names real quick because we just got a few minutes here till the bell. NQ, another one here, right? Similar situation here, of course. Getting up to the top of this daily Ichimoku cloud, so like to see that. We are above our major moving averages on NQ. NQ doing a little bit better here than ES. Especially with all the rotation we've seen between NQ and YM. Something we saw here yesterday was ES put in a new high of week and low of week yesterday. NQ managed to come up and put a new high of week yesterday. Stronger on the rotation here for NQ, and we're going to see here in a minute YM actually put in a new low of week and not a high of week. So a little weaker on the rotation for YM. But again, same situation, looking to hold this daily Ichimoku cloud. Let's see if we can go higher here, or if not, we're going to come back down and make a trip back to this daily mean near this key psych level of 15,000. Right, doesn't mean it happens today, but on our way down, we've got the daily 8, the daily 50. Some good targets to the downside here on NQ. But again, won't be surprised if we see some rotation right at the open, like we've been seeing every single day pretty much. So we'll see. And then YM coming in here to put in a new low of week yesterday. And down through this 34,000 key psych level, right? This has been a super key psychological level here for YM. Between this 34,000 and 35,000 has been a battle. So just keeping an eye on this, right? As usual, looking for a horizontal level here to risk off of and 34,000 or this daily 50 kind of make a nice little zone here. And again, dealing with this daily Ichimoku cloud, just hoping to keep the bottom of this cloud as support, right, to see if we can go higher. But again, after a nice run up, could be a little bit of a retracement here, maybe a little trip to the daily mean. Not really a heavy ask here for YM. Apple been a strong one here, right? Just continuing to pump. Had this little break here as we were trying to get through this daily Ichimoku cloud, right? Came back, retested the daily mean in those 2 days, and then just went higher here, cracking through that 180 we've been talking about, and getting up near here this 185, right? Looking to turn the top of this daily Ichimoku cloud into support. Right, a nice hold here, we can bounce higher, maybe push into the top of this third counter channel. Wouldn't be too crazy of an ask for Apple. But again, been on a tear here, so gotta be careful, could have us a little rug pull here on a Friday. Gotta be patient, let the direction prove itself, jump in on a retest. AMD, another one here on a nice move, especially after those earnings that it had. Pretty decent here. We got point of control that moved up here to 113.5. Hopefully we turn this into support here as we have seen the last couple of days, and we can go higher through this 115. AMD has been pretty stuck here between this 110 and 120 here since like July, even since like June. So getting back up deep into like the top of this range, let's see if she can go higher, maybe crack out of this thing. And already a nice push out of this daily Ichimoku cloud. So not bad. Amazon still up here fighting with this weekly Ichimoku top, or I'm sorry, with this weekly squeeze top. Would probably just leave Amazon alone. Really needed to either pull back, you know, for a nice dip buy, but going higher here is kind of tough. Though short, not a bad name here, but again, been overall strong, so don't know if it's worth the short. But ultimately, would be looking for a target of about 134 here, the daily mean. Google garbage here, trying to fill this gap fill. Had a good week here off of Google in these couple days, but a gross pullback here with the rest of the market yesterday. Trying to pop back up. Got some dead 134 and 135 call autos, but you know, overall, could see a nice run back up here for Google, at least to the top of this range here this week. You know, 2 or 3 points, especially here on a Friday for Google, could give you some good returns on some calls. But again, just kind of struggling to fill this gap. Ooh, but getting through this daily Ichimoku cloud here, I don't hate that. Not bad. Gonna keep an eye on Google to still keep filling that gap, especially if we have some upside here on the market today. Meta a little tough here, been kind of slowing down again above this 300. This 300-ish area has been really tough here for Meta. Just been kind of sleeping here for a long time. Just kind of want to see the push here out the top and go higher, right? Just a lot of chop here. Would maybe leave Meta alone for a couple more days. Microsoft tough here to the upside. Could keep going, but again, limited on the risk reward to the upside. If we have a nice rollover in the market, could give you a nice pullback, but again, been strong. Don't know if I would short that. Netflix, same situation, right? Way jacked up here in this third Keller channel to the upside. Again, more risk reward to the downside, but just not sure about shorting a stronger name here in the last couple days. NVDA, one I am interested here to the upside. Similar situation though, right? Really been pumping here to the upside. Little gap up this morning. But kind of tough, right? Kind of tough here. But NVIDIA, one of those names that just keeps on running. So I kind of like NVIDIA to the upside. And again, a nice ATR here. If it puts in a nice leg, should give us some good rewards. Q's and SPY went over already with ES and NQ, right? Just looking to defend that curl over at the top and go higher. But Tesla here was a good short yesterday. Really nice call out in the room here for a nice short. pumped up those 205 puts, 210 puts, right? Really nice move here. So maybe Tesla a better short since it's already kind of weak here off the daily mean. Has some room to drop, right? And still trying to, I guess it kind of filled this gap yesterday, but could continue lower here, right? Complete this H, maybe flush to go lower. I like Tesla to the downside. Might keep an eye on Tesla and NVDA today. Alright, let's jump over here to our indices. We got about 5 seconds here, y'all. Let's get ready for this thing. Again, I'm going to keep an eye on Google here, NVIDIA, maybe some Tesla here as well. Alright, and Google immediately getting a little bit of a drop. NVIDIA a little bit of a pop. Nope, not really going anywhere. Let's just jump over to our indices for now. Again, y'all, it is Friday. I say it every Friday, right? Let's not ruin our weekend here on a Friday morning. Keep your position sizes small. We have 0 days across the board, right? You know, maybe don't play those 0 days, right? Play some contracts for next week. If you're playing SPY and Qs, play them for Monday. Still very volatile. We'll give you good rewards, and you'll get a little more wiggle room to be wrong, right? Let me just get all these charts here correctly set up so I can actually see what we got going on. And getting some rotation here out the gate. NQ dropping a bit, YM popping a bit. And just seeing that usual rotation that we've been seeing every single morning pretty much. And alright, ES pulling back here a bit. We have point of control here right at 43.78. Let's see if we can hold this here as support as we were doing here pre-market. Getting a little bit of rotation back now. NQ popping a little bit. YM dropping here a little bit. VIX open here just under 15 and coming up to test 15 right now. Really like this immediate interaction here for VIX at a key psychological level. Ooh, a tiny little gap through that 15. Let's see, let's see. ES dropping a little bit harder here. Tick dropping from that positive 1,000. Let's see if we get that interaction at 0 here pretty soon. And ADD down to our open range buy zone. See if we keep going lower here on ADD and crack through this open range buy zone. VIX popping a little bit higher through this 15, but still getting this rotation here, right? NQ bouncing back up here to the top, YM dropping a little bit harder. Ooh, but YM dragging ES here a little bit. Let's go back to our names over here. NVIDIA just booming. Come on, NVIDIA, give us a little dip buy here, baby. Taking a quick look at Tesla as well. One I was interested to the downside. Popping here a bit, getting up to our open range buy zone. Could be a good spot to short Tesla, but only been about 4 minutes here, so I'm going to keep being patient. ADD cracking under our open range buy zone here and going a little bit lower. So again, y'all, overall here, just especially on a Friday, gonna be patient here and see if we get a clear leg away from point of control here on ES. Right, I like this little zone here between this daily 50, this gold line right here, and point of control. As y'all always hear me say, I'm just looking for a nice horizontal line to put on some risk, right? Or a nice little zone here, that works as well. So let's see if we crack under this daily 50, can really start cranking some puts, get back above point of control here. We'll see what these names look like for some upside. We are up at our destination sell zones here though on our Beast tool on our futures indices. So do you like the probability here better to the downside, right? The risk reward better to the downside, at least on our futures indices. But again, you know, when we open up here near one of our destination zones, right, or the bottom, you can always refer to SPY and QQQ as they will have some zones more built off the open level here a few minutes ago, right? You're going to see them a little bit farther away to current price action, giving you some more zones here to risk off. Down to 0 here on tick. Let's see what we get. Again, still seeing some rotation here. NQ popping. YM still dropping here a bit. ES with a little drop, but being met with some bounces. VIX nice pop above 15, but not running away just yet. So let's see here. Let's see. Getting a nice little drop for the moment, but only been about 7 minutes here, y'all. No need to be in a position just yet. ES dropping a little bit more here. Let's see if we tag this daily 50 and VWAP here at the same time, right? Also our open range sell zone could turn into support here when we come and give it a little tap. Wouldn't mind seeing a bounce right here. Maybe YM comes down and bounces right at this 34,000. NQ now dragging up here a little bit. Nice bounce and high of day for NQ. Let's check out these names. Viddy, give us a pullback, baby. Let us in. I would love this 480 call right here at a buck at our open range buy zone. Oof, that would be nice. That would be nice. And likely we hit this open range buy zone on this 480 call at the same time that NVIDIA would maybe hit this open range buy zone on a pullback. So let's see if we get that. Right, nice little climb up here, pre-market for NVIDIA. They continue to bait in retail trying to go long. Let's see if they shake them up here before actually going higher. Would love to see that. Ooh, this 130 call on Google here near 30 cents. Don't mind that. Open at about 60 cents here. That low of day, this solid little orange line here, right on our buy zones. Don't mind it, don't mind it. VIX up to this open level right here, this thick white dashed line. And pulling back a little bit here on VIX. And let's see, whole market popping here just a bit. NQ going a little bit higher. And a nice bounce for tick here at 0 as well. Okay, but ADD not really bouncing here. So let's see if they come right back down. Very possible. So again, gonna be patient here, Only been about 10 minutes, right? We are grinding a little bit higher here. Doesn't mean we don't get a dip buy here in a few minutes. Just gotta let the dust settle. And we'll maybe think about some positions here in just a few minutes. Tesla hilarious. Let's see this Tesla. Oh, Tesla popping here. Right? Do you trust it though? Not sure. But hey, if it brings those puts back down to a nice level, right? Maybe back to beast. Don't mind the pop here in Tesla. NQ up to this open from the previous day here, yesterday's open, and up to our destination sell zone as well on NQ. So let's see if we start to get some rotation back maybe. Definitely going to be extra careful here on a Friday. I've had a good week so far, so I'm not really trying to give too much back here on a Friday. But overall, nice bounce here for the market so far. Man, NQ just going higher. Going for this point of control here at this 15,374, most likely. Easy target here for NQ. But nice hold here, positive for tick, liking that. ADD finally putting in a decent little bounce. But again, not running away to the upside. So let's see if we get this curl over here. Video, what a pump, what a pump. And let's go, NQ going a little bit higher here, getting close to this point of control. Come on, baby, just get it over with. Hey, and getting up here to tap this point of control now on NQ and even cracking through it. Damn, baby, chill. Chill. So no entry here for us. Though this Tesla 210 put is gonna get interesting here real soon at about 60 cents. I don't hate it. Google up to this open range sell zone here. Careful with Googs, could pull back right here. If NQ starts to pull back here at point of control, easy spot for Google to pull back. Tesla not too far from this point of control from last month right here. Let's see, if we got up there, could probably get this 210 put into Beast, shoot, maybe even through Beast, so that might be too much here. I think I'm gonna take a little shot here on this Tesla 210 put. I'm just gonna buy one for now, right? Looking to average down here if this does go a little bit lower. We'll see, we'll see. Again, I'm not trying to be too risky here on a Friday. I've had a nice pop here so far, right? Tech looking strong. Tesla has been a weaker name here the last couple of days. So just trying to play into some favorable conditions, right? Even though I'm trying to knife catch here a little bit. Right, I know if we roll over, some of these tech names are going to be a little bit stronger holding up. Hopefully Tesla is one that just lets go. And so again, popping here a little bit higher on Tesla, eating a little bit here on price, but again, willing to average down, right? This is why I just bought one. So I just bought one, right? If it would have turned up and ran away, at least I had one. If it continues to drop, right, I get the opportunity to average down here, right at our B zone. And again, a little target here for Tesla to the upside still. But we're pulling back here. NVDA looks like it's pulling back quite a bit too by the looks of this call. Decent little pullback here for NVIDIA. Oof, again, if this 480 call gets down to $1 here, I'm definitely interested. Man, I should have done the dip buy here on Tesla a little bit quick, but let's see if we get another little pop. I'll give it a little shot. Nice pullback on this NVIDIA 480 call though. Google looks like she might want the mean here. Let's see. But again, starting to get these little rejections here at key levels, right? And Q at point of control here. ES up at our destination sell zone. This 43.85 has been a big level for us in the past as well. So let's see. Got this Google 130 put here at Beast, right? And at our open range buy zone. Wow, they're stacking on each other perfectly to the center right here. So let's see if we start to see some pullbacks here. Not a bad spot for it to happen. NQ still peaking a little bit higher here. Right, again, this could take some time if it does roll over. And that's again why I'm never rushing into positions, especially in this first 30 minutes, right? Coming back down here on Tesla, going a little bit lower. All right, I'm cool here with just one contract. Got no problem here with just one contract. Don't need to get super dicey on a Friday. Nice pop back up here from ADD, getting back above our open range buy zone. Looks like NVIDIA is holding up here, right? Getting some support on this NVIDIA 480 call right at our open range sell zone. Let's peep that baby. And right at VWAP in our open range sell zone on the equity as well, right? Love to see these things kind of line up here. And that's why I was saying likely on this 480 call, if we can get down to this open range buy zone, likely NVIDIA would also get down. Maybe not now to its open range buy zone, but maybe now to its open level. Right, because obviously this call is going to be much more volatile than NVIDIA itself. But looking like tech's popping here again, and I'm not minding where I got in this Tesla short. Doesn't look like it's popping too much harder here. Ooh, the dollar is popping here. Tick down here to negative. Oh, keep an eye on tick here. Little bounce to bring it back up to 0, but getting that crack of 0 here could have us a little rug pull here, y'all. Alright, Tesla, give me one tiny little more pop here so I can get a second one. And again, a lot of these tech names up at like their open range sell zone, right? So not surprised to see a little turbulence here. Doesn't mean we won't go higher, right? But we're at a good spot where we can start jumping into some shorts, right? And if we're wrong, we'll quickly know we're wrong and we can cut them. NQ popping up here again. Ooh, a little bit of a high of day print, met with a little rejection. Don't mind it, I don't mind it. Whoa, Tesla, come on, you're supposed to let me get into another one here. Let me average down, baby, and a good average down. And again, you know, I want this Tesla downside to happen, but as it's happening, right, I'm looking to jump into some NVIDIA to the upside. If we do, then just eventually pull back a little bit and then go higher again, right? Maybe ultimately just getting some chop here this morning. But I will take it here on a Friday when everything's a little more volatile. Man, nice bounce here for Tick, right back up to positive 600. But the dollar up here at high of day. Nice pop higher here for Google. Gonna take a quick look around here as well. JBot said, look at AMD. Oh, AMD, chill, baby, chill. Cranking here. Looking like chips getting some love this morning. Let's look at Meta. Meta, nice pop higher here as well. Getting close to that high from yesterday. Up at some squeeze tops, 2 hour and a 4 hour squeeze top. Definitely keep an eye on that 4 hour squeeze top here for Meta. Could keep it down. Easy. What else? Amazon real quick. Still just chilling with this 140. Amazon kind of in a tough spot here. And look at our baby Apple. Apple, nice pop up here so far this morning. Fighting with this 185. Ooh, got a little closer to this 185 though. And Netflix. Yeah, let's check out Netflix right quick. Netflix up to 440. Okay. And up to this high from yesterday. High of week as well. So printing a fresh high of week here on Netflix. We got a 4 hour squeeze top on Netflix though, so careful with that baby right there. But again, you know, if maybe we have a pullback, they buy this dip, we could fire some squeezes here to the upside maybe later into this session. Something to keep an eye on here. So still overall getting some rotation, right? NQ still holding up pretty decent. YM here near its lows. Little pops here to hold up at this daily 50 though. And oh. Little pullback there. But again, nothing too crazy here. Still not seeing a team move. Tick coming back down here to test 0 again. The dollar going a little bit higher. Gotta be careful here. We might get this rug pull. But again, still seeing some rotation for now. Bus is overall parked for right now. Tesla starting to go a little bit lower here. Definitely wish I was a little bit quicker for that dip buy on this put, but that's alright. Still got a plan here between NVIDIA and Tesla. Move this call up to here. Fuck Google. And let me get a Tesla call on this side. Guess I'll take that like 215 maybe. $220 might be too far. Yep, way too far. Alright. We'll just look at this 215 for now. So again, I'm short in Tesla just because Tesla's been a little bit weaker these past couple days. I want to dip buy here in NVIDIA. Oh, and we're getting it here just a bit, it seems. Down near this dollar, I like this 480 call. And so again, you know, ultimately looking for tech to have a little bit of a pullback here, right? I'll collect on this Tesla put, or if ultimately I can get into another one, right? We'll let 2 of these ride. And looking to buy this NVIDIA 480 call if we can get down here to this buck, to our open range buy zone here, provided by our Beast tool. But again, tech just holding up here so far. 2 hour, 4 hour, 5 hour, 6 hour, 7 hour, 8 hour, 9 hour, 10 hour, 11 hour, 12 hour, 13 hour, 14 hour, 15 hour, 16 hour, 17 hour, 18 hour, 19 hour, 20 hour, 21 hour, 22 hour, 23 hour, 24 hour, 25 hour, 26 hour, 27 hour, 28 hour, 29 hour, 30 hour, 31 hour, 32 hour, 33 hour, 34 hour, 35 hour, 36 hour, 37 hour, 38 hour, 39 hour, 40 hour, 41 hour, 42 hour, 43 hour, 44 hour, 45 hour, 46 hour, 47 hour, 48 hour, 49 hour, 50 hour, 51 hour, 52 hour, 53 hour, 54 hour, 55 hour, 56 hour, 57 hour, 58 hour, 59 hour, 60 hour, 61 hour, 62 hour, 63 hour, 64 hour, 65 hour, Just gotta be patient here. But again, I know I'm in a good place to put on some risk, right? We've been topping out here a little bit on NQ, a slow grind higher, but coming back to this point of control, right? So I like putting on risk here on a nice horizontal level, right? A nice horizontal line here, keeping it simple. We start to venture away to the upside of this point of control here on NQ, and we'll bail out of Tesla. Oh, but looking like it's gonna work right here. Like a little shake up here from that data drop, but nothing too crazy here. A couple dips met with some bounces. Oof, a sharp drop in VIX here. Little gaps to the downside, came right back up to fill it. We've got us a little battle here on our hands after that Michigan sentiment. Oh, an ADD rolling over here a little bit. Right at our open range buy zone, right? Again, even though it's a buy zone, when we do test it from below, it can be a zone of resistance. And pulling back here a little bit more, YM down to this 34,000. Tesla up to $120 here. Getting to VWAP and our open range sell zone on Tesla could be a spot for a bounce, right? And then up to our open range buy zone on this 210 put. Hoping we pump through it, but could be an area of resistance here, right? And major regrets not buying at least a second contract down here. But hey, we're moving. And I said it this morning, right? Had a good week. Not trying to be super risky here on a Friday. I'll take whatever, you know. Little lunch money right here. Life is good, baby. And again, still got a plan here for NVIDIA, right? If this thing can just creep a little bit lower, I want this 480 call here at $1. Oh, nice drop, nice drop. Down to this 5-minute 21 here on Tesla. Let's get this open level, baby. Take us to 210 itself. Maybe bring this put here in the money. Oh, and NVIDIA getting a little bit closer to what I want, baby. Come on. Oh, and ES getting down to VWAP and this daily 50. That'll be a great spot for a bounce. We can get into some NVIDIA calls here. Tick trying to hold 0, so definitely some upside willingness to play, right? Buyers trying to hold this thing up. YM bouncing at this 34,000 key cycle level. Let's see, let's see. Come on, Viddy. Just a little bit more, Viddy. Just a little bit more. Get to this open level. Get this 480 call to this open range buy zone. Let us party. You know what, we're up to this open range buy zone, up to this 5-minute 21. I'm just going to go ahead and take this baby right here. At least I'm going to stop here at about $1. Okay, we're going to keep going, I guess. Gonna put a stop here at about $1.45. Again, not trying to get too wild here on a Friday. Just gonna collect my lunch money and be happy with it. Oh, and NVIDIA getting down here to a level I like. Gonna give it a little chance here to push a little bit harder into this. Oh, and a strong bounce here for Vidi. And I got stopped out of this Tesla put, which I'm totally okay with, right? Again, I just had one contract here. Didn't have my usual second contract defend my first contract. So very happy with about, what was that, 90 to like $1.50. A solid like 50% or so right there. A little more than 50%. On a Friday and on a 0-day contract, satisfied, right? That thing will easily just go right back to my entry and worse. So, not upset about it. If it keeps going, that's okay. Gonna focus here now on Tesla. Let's see if we get one more little leg down. Yeah, baby, come on. Let's hop into this thing for a buck. Got real close on this last one. Pretty much got to that buck, but way too fast. I like to put orders out there sometimes just to see if I get picked up, but I don't want to get too confident here in case we just dump into oblivion right here, right? And again, we've had quite a few days of upside, right? Today could be a day of straight downside. Even if it doesn't look like it right now, it's only been 35 minutes, right? We have the entire trading day. Could really bait some people in here to buying the dip, and then we put in a little H and just flush, right? A very, very realistic scenario here, especially on a Friday. Whoa, Vidi, chill. Oh, God, too fast, too fast. But some really nice bounces here for this 480 call within our range, right? A buck to $1.50 here in seconds, you know. Love to see it. So let's see if we can get it a third time. I know, a heavy ask at this point. Nice hold here for Tesla so far. So, you know, satisfied with my profit taking right here. Right, again, could continue to drop, but I'm not going to care at this point. But again, just getting to key inflection points like this 5-minute 21, right? And then we got to this open range buy zone near the top. Again, could be a good spot for a reversal. So yeah, I know we're going, you know, higher here on this put now. But again, could have easily bounced right there and curled over. But this is where, you know, having multiple contracts becomes very useful, right? And trimming along the way. Still getting tiny bits of rotation just sprinkled in here, right? YM trying to bounce here, NQ trying to give a downside look. Tick coming down to a low of day, a little bit under 0. VIX creeped up nicely here, but starting to go a little bit sideways here. Viddy, where we at, baby? Where we at? Give us one more decent downside look here, Viddy. Man, nice drop from Tesla here. But no FOMO here, y'all. No FOMO, right? Always just very satisfied that I'm looking in the right places and taking the right trades, even if I wasn't able to get the maximum out of it, right? Definitely the idea is not to get the maximum out of every single trade, right? You need to get your piece and move on. Always trying to get that maximum is what turns into a negative trade. Oh, ADD starting to drop here a little bit more. Let's see if we get back down here to this low of day. And if this market keeps on dropping. And again, I'm being picky here with my NVDA entry, right? I would totally be willing to pay $1.15 here, but with just this downside look from a lot of these internals, you know, still the rotation here, still the rotation here from the indices, right? Just a little bit wary that this thing could just drop really hard here, right? Still getting nice bounces here, right? And again, some good trades here, but just a little bit more of a gamble, right? I'm just not totally positive about this, you know, as it keeps unfolding. And again, obviously, some good looks here, right? Always looks good in retrospect, but gotta be careful here, especially on a Friday. Right, but obviously I love this trade here, right? $1.15-ish to $1.70. I'll take that all day. And a nice bounce for NQ here, but still getting that rotation. YM, again, giving a downside look here. Overall, looking like she's trying to hold here this 34,000 and might just do it. But again, just a lot of uncertainty here between our major indices. And tick just, you know, continuing to creep lower, but just being met with a lot of bounces, right? Especially here on a Friday, you know, they swing a bat at this thing and just boom it one direction or another. You know, whatever you're holding at the moment can go to zero real quickly. Oh, look at this NVIDIA put right here. This 475 put, just holding beast here beautifully. Right, it's something like this as well that is going to make me resist a little bit more just jumping into this call. This 475 put here is holding up really nicely, right at our B zone. Just got to be really careful with that. So definitely is a tough trading environment out here, and especially on a Friday, right? We've been overall really strong, just cranking, right? Don't want to try to short names that are overall pretty strong or markets that are pretty strong here. But again, you know, it's going to come at one point or another. And the longer we live in this upside drive, right, the closer we're kind of getting to that moment where we do get that rug pull. And a Friday is not a bad day to do it. So again, you know, I'm gonna, if I get this opportunity again here, right, gonna jump in. But I'm gonna be quick to exit. Because overall, I'm very wary of this right here. This is holding up really nicely here. Let's see what this 470 looks like, just for something a little bit cheaper here for the fam. A little bit under beast, but at least under a buck. A little bit more affordable here. Oh, Tesla still trying to go for a little more here. Alright, video to $1.07, taking a shot. Bites you out the gate here. Probably gonna regret it immediately, but let's see. And since they've kind of been quick with the pops, I'll just put a sell out here at a $1.49. So again, I can't stress this enough, right? I don't love this trade, right? I do not love this trade, but just kind of been working here. So just gonna give it the chance to work again for me. But I don't love it, right? This is stressing me out. The downside looks here on some of these internals is stressing me out a little bit. But we're at some good levels for a bounce here as well, you know? So again, just can't overthink it, right? Taking a shot on something that's been kind of working, just gotta let it unfold. Right, just gonna play it like a robot here. If it works, great. If it doesn't work, whatever, you know? Can't be stressed about it. And you know, VIDI still has some good room to the upside here as well. VIDI is up about 6 points and some change right here, and NVIDIA has an ATR of almost 15. So technically, another half day's worth of work in the gas tank to the upside. And just chopping here around my entry, right? But again, I've identified a good level for an entry here at this buck, really out the gate this morning. Patient for my entry, got in here at about a $1.07, 05, 7. And just sticking to my plan, right? Not shopping around here. right? I knew what I was going to trade before the open, and I stuck to it. My Tesla put worked out. Wish I had more, but whatever. And this NVIDIA 480 call. Nice bounce in NQ here so far. Let's see if we get up and tap this point of control again. Nice bounce for ES at VWAP here. And YM still just holding this 34,000. But again, not really going anywhere, right? Tough environment here this morning. You know, if you haven't taken any trades, don't feel bad about it, right? You're staying out of trouble, if anything. This is just a mess right here. We haven't gone anywhere. Some good quick trades here and there, but not easy, right? Definitely not easy trades. Whoa, Viddy, chill, baby, chill. Nice pop here for Tick. VIX fading here a little bit. Had a nice pullback in the dollar, but starting to pop here a little bit again. And NVIDIA keeps giving us little downside looks here, but continues to bounce here above this open level, so just gonna be patient with this baby. Oh, Tesla, regrets Tesla. But again, all good. We're looking in the right places, taking the right trades. That's all I'm really concerned about. But just a little reminder to anyone here new to predicted trades, right? New to us, you can join our Discord for free here in the description of this video here on YouTube. You'll get a ton of free market resources as soon as you jump into our server. We have bots drop in news from around the stock market constantly, an earnings bot dropping you all the earnings information you would need. We have a ton of educational resources as well if you're a newer trader. So definitely check us out. Again, you can join us for free on Discord. Every Thursday, we do a free day here in our Discord where you can test drive this tool here for free. Right, all of these levels here you see on my charts are all provided by the one and same tool, our Beast tool, which is coded here in-house. And provided every single day here to our paid members. So something to check out for sure if you are a newer trader. You'll definitely have a lot of resources at your disposal the moment you join our Discord. And we're going into the weekend, so a good time to dive in and do some studying for sure. Nice bounce for Viddy here. Ah, Tesla just keeps on dropping. How dare you? Tick still just chopping it up at 0 here. VIX a little pop here to stay sideways. Kind of giving us the snooze now here across the board. Whoa, Viddy, chill, baby, chill. And just a lot of chop here, y'all. Tesla getting down to this low from yesterday could be where this downside leg stops here. Something to keep an eye on if you maybe still have puts in Tesla. But alright, y'all, I have to cut my session early one more time here this week. We'll be back to my regular hours here next week, and we will of course prep on Sunday, y'all. But I hope everyone here has a great rest of the day, great rest of the trading day, of course. And I'll catch y'all on Sunday. Oof, bailing out of these NVIDIA calls right here, right now. Chill. Probably gonna bounce right back up, but again, not being risky here on a Friday. But alright, y'all, I'm gonna catch y'all later. Again, Sunday we will prep. Monday we'll be back here at the open for another session, alright? I will catch y'all later.